Wild Wild West, Jim West, big cock rider. Don't want none of this big black mamba dick.
Black Mamba.
Good lyrics. Don't want none of this big black mamba dick.
Gonna get you, chick. Down. Gotta gain that down. Well, Wild Wild West is really racist.
But it's tastefully done.
Is this real?
Tasteful racism. Oh, ticklish.
Oh, man. I fucked up. Different kind. Not blacked out. Just feeling weird, man.
Especially when you're Will Smith.
Yeah.
And
Being racist. But then he thought that Django was too dark. That was too violent.
and Will Smith basically showed his nuts in this movie too.
Yeah.
Just like Django did.
Badass. Well, not quite like that. He
Not
whipped
that
him out and
extent.
threw him on a table and that.
It's after they fall down the.
At the beginning.
You can see his hair a little
It was just a
nutsack.
kid
I heard.
being weird.
Cutie.
Just the time we're talking about nutsacks.
Nice.
Black ones.
Alright.
Which a while.
Wait, yeah, so what were you guys talking about?
Nothing else.
Nutsacks. Nutsacks
Okay.
for real.
How much have you not watched any Westworld at all?
Not a lick. Sorry.
I have.
Why do you think
I'm
it's
caught up.
only? Why do you think it's only 8 episodes? That's kind of concerning. And weird.
It's bullshit. It's fucking full of its own ass.
Yeah?
I hate it.
Worse than 2.
I hate it.
Worse than 2?
I hate it.
Really?
I think it's trash.
Wow.
Trash.
Yes.
Don't spoil nothing.
I think it's trash. I seriously think they just like threw a bunch of ideas at the wall and just like, yeah, we could throw that
Let's
in.
just do it.
For real though, right? It's just been like blah 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 karate fight. What? Blah 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 in the existential stages of my life, and then it was karate fight. Like what the fuck? I hate it. I do not like it.
Does Aaron Paul work in Westworld?
He's my favorite part, but he still sucks.
Really hasn't done much.
And he's my favorite.
There's been like 2 episodes with him mainly, and then like every other episode has been like kind of him, not really.
Interesting.
He's like the key though.
Well, yeah.
We were gonna watch it, but Kelsey wanted to wait, so I'm like,
I don't like it at all.
I like it more than 2.
Really?
I do.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't at all. I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing.
but talking the 8 episodes,
Should
why?
still be in the park.
Why do you think it's cut short?
I don't think they have ideas. I think
Yeah.
they have zero
Really?
ideas.
Yeah, and I think it's their Game of Thrones right now, which really isn't much.
No.
But I think it's their Game of Thrones right now, and that's kind of what they're selling heavily. Because there's really nothing else like super
Yeah.
big on HBO.
They put so much money into it.
Yeah, and that's the
It
thing.
looks
They
so
put
good.
they put really a lot of time into it, which is like, I agree. I agree with you in the sense that it's just not as. It's not what it always, or it's not what it was. It's
Yeah.
not like the first season, but I also like that they're just trying to do something different with it instead of the same thing, which I think was the problem with the second one. It was just like more of the same, which was like how, but then it was like maybe this isn't the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
But at least they're doing something different instead of just.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Just like the ideas and the atmosphere and the vibe of the first season was so cool.
Great, yeah.
But then it's like here's the real world. It's like
Yeah,
no, I
and
don't care.
And it should have been that.
One of
It
the
should have
biggest
been-
questions and like intrigues of the first season was like, what is this world? Like, what is outside the world? What is outside? And then,
And
like,
that's what they sort of.
and
Stuck
then now
with.
they're out there and just like it's just pretty much just the real world.
But that's the thing. They answered all the questions so fast. Like, I feel like with season
Mm-hmm.
2, they were like, oh shit, we're getting a lot of backlash from the fans. Let's try to answer a lot of these questions. And they did.
They answered
And not in a good or satisfying way at all.
No.
Which is just like, oh. So then they screwed themselves over for the second season. They were like, shit, now we need to like backtrack in the third season almost. Let's just like
Yeah.
completely like almost redo the show because literally
It is
like
a
I'm
soft
like
re-
I'm
they've
almost
called
like
it a
why
soft
I'm almost
reboot,
like why
yeah.
is this show still called Westworld? Like
How come with making themselves hosts outside the park and they can pick whoever they want, why would they pick the people that started the uprising and revolution?
wait, what?
Because they can pick whoever they want to be,
Yeah.
but then they pick the faces of like the people that like
Oh,
led the
I see what you're
revolution.
saying. Yeah.
Like, why would you be
Why would you pick
Dolores?
that? Yeah.
It's
Why
like,
would you pick any
Oh,
of
that's
those?
Dolores right there. But like,
Like, no.
if
I'm
you're
gonna
trying to be
keep
secretive, it's
scrolling
just
and-
like I'm just gonna be this person that no one knows. who
Right.
this is.
And there it is. Boom.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of plot holes you can poke in
Yeah.
it, and there's a lot of plot holes. Period.
Yeah.
And then you could poke a bunch of other holes in it too. You really could. It's not that hard, and
Yeah.
I think that's why it's like so. With the first season was like, just keep riding that wave
Yeah.
because I loved the mystery inside the mystery. Like it was almost like there's this whole world, but we're not gonna tell you shit about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell you this little story in this world.
And now that they've told us
And that
the
was
world,
great.
it's just like,
and then
ugh.
now they've told us the
boring.
world. And it's like you opened it too quick. You know what I mean? Like you spoiled us
Yeah.
too fast. I don't know.
Yeah. And just like the whole angle they've taken with like this weird AI thing that like predicts your future.
Right,
and shit.
right.
It's just like not into it.
Yeah.
Just like a different show. But you never saw Devs, did you?
I haven't watched Devs yet.
Did you
no.
finish it?
Yeah.
Dude,
Is it good?
It was alright.
I really liked it a lot.
I'm just apprehensive because I just didn't
Too
really like
much.
Annihilation.
It's nothing like Annihilation. It's more like Ex Machina.
Oh, it's definitely a lot more like Ex Machina.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. But
Better?
it's not as good as Ex Machina, no.
Mm,
But it is a lot more like Ex Machina than Annihilation.
mm.
So
And the music's
I
awesome.
want to dive into Ozark too, but
Yeah.
I'm a bitch.
oh.
you watched any of it?
Not a season 3, no.
We'll just pretend that everyone saw our conversation earlier about it.
That was good.
Last of Us 2. Did you read the leaks?
Okay.
No,
so,
no.
no, hell no.
You guys
I stayed,
haven't?
no,
Keep
I
us
stayed
away.
away. I
Keep us
stayed
away.
away from
Okay,
it.
so
No,
what happens is
No.
stayed way away from it.
I'm going home.
You read them. I know you did. You
Yeah,
spoiled
I haven't
it.
seen the first. I haven't played the first game yet.
Right?
I haven't seen the first season.
No, I didn't spoil it for myself. As
I'm
soon
not
as I saw
going
that
to.
circulating, I was like, nope, I'm staying super far away from that. And I don't have any like social media or anything, so it doesn't really.
Same.
I don't really ever look at
Can't
anything.
really go into that either.
Well, no, there's the whole controversy behind it though.
They
Like
say
the
it's random
studio and,
YouTubers
like-
that did it.
Yeah, so it's not.
That's
It's,
what they're saying now, but like
Yeah,
people that
but
work there
before-
have openly been like, we're the ones that leaked it because fuck Naughty Dog.
they haven't said that.
Not that blatantly, but apparently there's a lot of like shit going on in Naughty Dog.
Yeah, which is weird because I keep hearing two different stories. It's weird because I keep hearing two different stories. It's not like it's being very political about it, and it's not being very just like, hey, we're a video game studio who makes video games. This
Yeah.
is what's happening. It's like there's a very segregated like, no, it was a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee that leaked it.
Yeah.
No, it was actually somebody random. It's like, what the fuck is
I'm
it?
pretty sure it's a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee based on the leaks and like why they leaked it.
Because the bonuses and shit, right? But why? But what?
No, stuff happens in the story, and you guys are gonna fucking hate it. You're gonna hate the shit out of it.
I'm going home.
Oh, you're gonna fucking hate what happens in this game.
Huh?
I ain't even played it. You're gonna hate it too. But
I
you're
don't
gonna
think so.
fucking hate it.
I don't think I'm gonna hate it.
You're gonna love the game. I bet.
Oh, I think I'm gonna love the thing
I think you're
I'm
gonna-
supposed to hate. I think I'm gonna love it.
Maybe.
I really do.
The Last of Us is my favorite game ever.
People that it's their favorite game ever hate the leaks. That's why this is so controversial because it is bullshit. I haven't played the first game. It's bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. If what happens in this, which is pretty confirmed, if that happened in like Uncharted,
What if it happened in Game of Thrones?
it's as bad as what happens in Game of Thrones.
Oh, like bad.
Yeah.
Not like
It's good
not
storytelling, but it's very politically driven and a couple fucked up things happen. There's just like
I'm okay with fucked up, but I'm not okay
Not
with
in a good way.
politically-
fucked up in a like virtue signaling way.
Mm.
It's some fucked up shit. Y'all gonna hate it. You're gonna hate the shit out of it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but people are mad. People are really mad about it.
Yeah.
Big fans of the game are really mad about it.
Yeah.
So we
I
can't
guess
talk
we'll
about
find
it.
out.
Yeah.
When does it come out? 2 weeks? 3
June
weeks?
19th.
June 19th.
A month.
I have like $800 invested in that game. It's not even out yet. And every time I'm gonna hate it.
You have $800 invested in the game? Is that
Well,
what you said?
I have 3 versions pre-ordered
Why?
because I'm a sucker.
You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate all its versions.
Then that gives me 3 things to burn.
Nice.
I wish we could talk about it because I just know it's
now
just
I'm-
it's something you would rant and rave about, and just
A month. 1 month. But probably the next time we talk. So
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. How much I hate it.
Fucking Christ. Okay. Good
Oh,
talk.
I think I
Good
had
talk.
something.
I want to
Good
talk about the AMC Universal.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, let's hear it.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious because they're talking about how they need to go bankrupt.
They already said that they're fucking bankrupt before this all started, and they're like,
Yeah.
now we are bankrupt, and it's like, we're not going to show your Universal movie. It's like, okay,
Fuck
cool,
Universal.
bye.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, good.
what choice you have? Jurassic
good
Park
last,
movies,
like, stab at
Fast and
whatever
Furious
yours-
movies. It's like,
Yeah.
you're done.
Well, that's a jab at it. I agree with where they're coming from.
I think they're fucking pathetic.
I think so too.
No,
I think they're absolutely pathetic because in this disgusting, fucked up time of the world, Universal released Trolls
Trolls. That's what I'm getting at.
because we're stuck home
Yeah.
with our kids.
Yeah.
We have nothing to do. We're losing our minds. We're killing ourselves. People are
Yeah.
committing suicide like crazy.
Really?
Yes, suicide rates have gone up like crazy.
I haven't heard that.
But regardless, it's just like there's a bigger play here than Universal was just trying to make money. I think there was a bigger part, bigger like community thing. Like, here's something to do this weekend. Watch Trolls, in my opinion, and I think that's where they're coming from too. And they made money, so it was cool. It's like, oh, we actually made money from that. But I think it has a lot more to do with there's nothing to do. We're all going crazy. People need something to do. Kids need something to watch. And then the fucking AMC theaters like, what is like stab in the back? It's
They're
like,
breaching
fuck
contract.
off. They didn't breach any contract. They have no contract saying we have to show your movies. They breached mutual understanding in some sorts.
Right.
But what? What about it?
I just feel like they're gonna tarnish or ruin the theater. I think that's what they're trying to do.
They openly came back and said we are not trying to do that. They said
That's what
we are.
everyone's saying, but it's gonna be that way.
Universal openly came out and said when
Yeah,
when
they were-
AMC said that, they came out and said
They said-
we're not trying to do that. We still want to release movies in theaters. We agree that that is the best movie going experience. But this worked for us this time, and if there's ever a movie that's
but-
like this again, we may just put it out in theaters and then on streaming quickly.
Yeah, what did they do with straight to video movies before? Back in the day,
Yeah,
when
no-
movies went straight to
No
video.
one cared. Yeah.
Exactly.
No one
And that's
cared.
what I'm saying is like, what is the like Trolls?
Yeah.
And I totally agree. Like, the theaters are being really weird about the whole thing. It's like you are like, I understand the movie going
And I
experience,
agree.
and I totally
Totally
I do
agree.
too.
Yeah.
But Trolls, kids, the pandemic, everything. It's like, why you guys are making like a huge fuss about nothing?
Seriously, we're supposed to sit home and just be like, "Fuck you, fuck you." You got to come to theaters.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck
exactly.
off.
I know. Yeah, that's what.
If we can make people happy on Easter weekend and make some money since we're all fucking drowning,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck AMC. What are you guys talking
yeah,
about?
and now Regal too.
And Regal,
theaters,
yeah.
But
They're being
yeah.
insane. I think they're fucking out of line as hell. I have not seen one thing that agrees with them. Except for you.
No, I just mean
And I agree with that, but that's the thing that Universal came out and agreed too. They're
from
like,
other shit I've seen,
do
it's,
agree.
it's contracts. These distribution companies have contracts with these theaters showing their movies, and to AMC, they feel like they're being disrespected and that they're breaching contract. And we talked about this before. I don't want them to kill the fucking movie theater
neither
experience.
do I.
man.
And I
At
don't
all.
think they'll die.
I don't either.
But I don't want it to turn. It shouldn't evolve from this.
I think it
They're just
absolutely needs
proving-
to evolve.
I
from
think it
this.
was going to no matter
I
what.
think the
eventually.
movie theater experience is a dying.
I think the pandemic
thing
is.
anyway.
Shouldn't be.
I think the
And this
pandemic
has
is
shown
speeding
that.
that up, but I think it was happening regardless.
How? Look at the numbers. People have been-
Digital releases.
I know that, but
They made $100-something million
And streaming?
on Trolls. That's nuts.
just from
100,000 or whatever it was.
I know they made a lot of money, especially when they're charging $20 a rental or some shit. You know,
That's what I'm saying. I think there's grounds for this, and I think that they make a fucking contract with the theaters and say, this movie, we're gonna put it straight on streaming. You get this much kickback since we're not gonna put it in theaters first. or they do 2 weeks in theaters, which is those are the 2 weeks they make money anyway.
That's what
and
I was
then
right.
boom on
yes,
streaming.
Yes.
Will that cut down on theater going tickets? Yes, it definitely will. But then they still get that little window, and then they still get more of a window to make more money quicker on movies.
Yeah.
And if they're renting it for $20 after it's in theaters for 2 weeks, I don't think it's gonna hurt anybody. And if theaters are so burned about it, they can make a contract saying you get a little bit of this.
Right.
I just think it's funny that they're claiming bankruptcy, especially worsened by the virus.
And then they're
Like,
Cinema.
we're not going to show anything at all.
universally. Yeah.
No. And you look at all the titles that they had lined up.
They've all been pushed back.
And they've been pushed back. Which upsets me. Like, John Wick Chapter 4, 2022.
Fucking everything.
Fuck.
What was the other one? There
We're
was
gonna
John
have a
Wick and,
year.
Spiral next May.
We're gonna have a total year of
Fuck.
just
No, there was
nonsense.
another one. It was a weird one too. It was kind of out of the blue. It was John Wick and Matrix. No, not Matrix.
That's
Matrix
That
is
is
pushed
another. Yeah,
back,
but
yeah.
what was? There's another one.
Is
Get
Tenet
pushed back.
coming out in July?
He said that it's
And that's
like-
still coming, right? That
I
still
feel
has
like-
the date.
That's another conspiracy thing, because that movie has not even
Changed, budged.
beeped.
Yeah.
And like they're like, we're just keeping our spot.
You're right, which is like,
How do you know?
It's about time
I can
travel.
feel like the world got together and agreed to let Christopher Nolan release his
this
movie.
whole
So
thing. This whole thing
just
is
plan it around Tenet. Tenet's about this. This
Yeah.
is a big social experiment
Yeah.
for the movie Tenet. That's why
Tenet.
it was so expensive.
Yeah. Boom.
Christopher,
You got us
naughty
again.
thing.
You bastard.
Oh, plot twist. So, one thing I read, random Goosebumps.
Goosebusters.
Yeah, Goosebusters.
Those
Goosebumps. Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
What do you think? Did
What?
you ever?
If it's done right.
I think it's a movie. I think they're making like movies, but it's like not the movie before. But
Oh,
anyways, it's like a new.
I thought they were
I'm down for
reviving the
that.
TV show.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Like more of a streaming
Conjuring,
thing.
Conjuring
hold up.
universe. Of
Not going off the
Goosebumps.
stupid Jack Black stuff that they did, but actually like doing more.
Those movies weren't bad.
I never saw them.
They weren't bad.
If they can go like the scary stories that tell in the dark route,
Oh no, you're right. It's a TV series.
that'd be awesome. If you guys saw the movie.
If you like Goosebumps, those movies are actually pretty good.
And I'm
No,
sure
I love the old TV show.
like the two Jack
And that's
Black
what
ones
I
are actually
really-
pretty good.
I haven't seen
They're,
those.
they're if you like Goosebumps, they're
But
actually-
doesn't
Yeah.
he play
they're pretty
R.L. Stein?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's fine. They're good. I mean, they're if you like dorky shit like that.
Right.
I thought they were good.
Your kids like them?
They were a little bit scary
I
for
was
them.
gonna say yes, bro.
Yeah, I watched the first one with Marshall. I mean, it was just kind of scary for them. So it's PG still, but they are.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like that old TV show.
Right.
It's just like, oh, it's for kids, but it's really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
So
What about creepier Hellraiser TV series on HBO?
Yeah, I
Huh?
saw that
Huh?
too.
that could be really cool.
I think it'd be really cool. Did you hear the big rumor that was like, it could like if this does well enough, it could this movie could possibly spawn like.
Spawn.
Well, no, it was Nightmare on Elm Street,
TV shows.
Jason, Mike Myers, that whole universe, and it's like a big universe type like on HBO.
I like that. It's
That'd be
just
awesome.
they've just like fucked up those characters for
Oh, I know.
so
I
many
know
years.
for a long time.
So
yeah.
it would be
But they haven't really done Pinhead though.
I think they're gonna do Pinhead good. I think okay, and this is the other thing I'm basing this whole thing off of. I'm strictly going off of The Outsider, which is like I love that show and it was great. And if they do Pinhead the way they did that, it could be really cool. What?
maybe they're connected.
And that was the other thing.
They
I was
could-
like, maybe this whole
They
thing
could
is like
absolutely connected with the outsider.
Oh, yeah,
If
totally.
they made a Hellraiser TV show in the vein of the outsider,
right?
that would be amazing.
I know, and that's
that would
the-
be insane.
that's the
Just
reason-
like
Yeah, I was basing it
that
off of because
somber
that's
tone.
HBO and it's Stephen King, and I was like, oh, they're doing another like bigger
yeah,
monster movie type.
that shit
thing,
would be
so,
fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Just like real world Hellraiser.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You've seen the whole thing?
I watched
No,
Hellraiser.
you haven't watched it.
I'm
all yet.
halfway.
Oh shit!
5
I know,
episodes left.
damn. Hellraiser was the first movie
So
that
scary.
fucked
Are
me
you
up.
kidding me?
Fucked me up really bad.
Scary. Yeah.
I found a tape of it, stole it one time, and I watched the first 20-30 minutes when the guy's getting like torn apart, like by the hooks in the box. That fucking.
That's what we should have watched
Murder.
today, damn
Or
it.
when
Hellraiser.
when she walks into the room and he's like,
Skinless.
yeah, he's like,
Uh huh.
that's when I stopped watching it. That fucked me up.
Nope.
Bad.
Turn that off.
I was a child.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger fucked me up pretty hard.
Yeah,
It
he was
was.
just-
You told
yeah,
me
it
you were
was-
way young when you
Yeah,
watched
it
that.
was
I remember
real
that.
gnarly. But I would love for HBO to do a Freddy Krueger series. That would be so cool.
That would be really cool.
Just like that whole, just like Pinhead, Freddy, Jason, all of them being somehow in the same type of thing,
Yeah.
and HBO being over it all. I think it'd be so cool.
Freddy versus Jason style.
HBO, yeah,
HBO
just 8 episodes of Freddy and.
I mean, not to
Jason.
mention that they're already continuing the Chucky movies through a TV series. There's not going to be a Chucky 8. There's going to be a Chucky TV show.
Really?
But it's basically number 8.
Maybe I did know that. Anyways.
If they make it like serious and cool, it'd be really cool. If
Well,
they
have
make
you-
it like goofy, like
you watched
the
all
old
of them?
movies,
Right.
I'm not into it. But if it's like
Outsider?
that was
Yeah.
like real,
Right.
real and serious,
Right.
like Game of Thrones
Yeah.
season.
I can at least talk about the first few episodes of Outsider. That show fucking blew my mind, man.
Then
Yeah.
finish it.
That's great.
I will.
Just wait till the end, my guy.
Yeah.
Like when Bateman's walking up to the Capitol building or whatever, and the kid just
Boom.
pops everyone off. Bateman fucking dies, episode 2. You're like, what is
Yeah.
going to happen for 9 more episodes?
Or
Right.
like when Bateman just walks out of the woods with blood all over his fucking
Mhm.
face after he just ate a kid.
That girl's like.
God
yeah.
damn. Or the first episode when it shows the kid and it's just like,
Eesh, Yeah.
Yeah.
holy fucking god.
Yeah.
I was like, this
I
show.
love how the show starts too. Like
So did
like
I.
it sets
Yeah.
the episode, it sets the tone, and then there's that. Like the like
That
goes
weird
all like
Yeah,
texture
the
thing.
goo thing,
yeah,
yeah.
love that. I'm like, oh, it always like hits it
It's
so
the same
hard.
thing as Westworld Circle.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Hate that show. I hate it.
The circle
Bullshit.
makes.
I love Vincent Cassel though,
Yeah.
but
He's great.
too bad.
God, he's a weird looking son of a bitch. Doesn't he look
Isn't
just
he?
like Sloth from Ice Age? Doesn't he?
Yeah.
He could play Sloth.
Yeah, I got that. I can see
You
that.
get that right?
He's
Man.
such a smooth bastard though.
No, he is. He's that accent has saved him his whole life, I think. But
yeah, and his little haircut.
Who are we talking about?
Vincent Castell. Yeah, or Castell.
From what?
Oh, what's the big one? Is it Ocean's 12?
Ocean's 12. Yeah, he's the bad guy-ish,
Yeah,
I guess.
the baddish
The
guy.
other stealing guy.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
He's in Westworld.
His eyes are like right here.
Yeah, his eyes are about out here where Sid the Sloth is.
His hair looks like Brian's if it was like back here.
Whoa. Okay.
Did you guys watch Honey Boy?
No, I was
No, I
not.
still haven't
It's
seen it.
pretty good. It's
Yeah, I
on
wanna see that.
Amazon Prime.
Is it?
Free.
Good to know, good to know.
Nice.
I watched it.
Have you guys
Absolutely enjoyed
seen Wichita?
Never. What is that?
Wichita Wild West.
Oh, Jim West. Yeah. I've seen
Rough
it.
Rider.
it. Did I take a nap? Yes.
Don't want none of this.
Wild West. Wild West. We reviewed Wild West.
So we're not as chipper.
Quarantine in your own fashion, people.
We're not as chipper as we should be after watching that racist son of a fucking bitch movie.
Yeah, seriously, it was like every 5 minutes they were saying something about him being
Yeah.
black. Yeah.
Coon.
Yeah.
N-words.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Dark as the night.
Dark as the night is long.
Yeah, there were.
Nothing beats the part when he plays in the girl's titties. Hey, how's your mama?
Yeah. And then when he covers up, he's like, that's how I talk in my native language.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Wow. After they throw a noose up, hong him.
Yeah.
And he's just talking
Well,
next
there's
to
a-
a noose.
Well, there's a noose right next to him. He's just
Yeah.
giving a speech.
That was nuts.
So, I really think I thought I had seen it like once, maybe twice after theaters,
Uh-huh.
but really, the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I did other than theaters, seriously.
Yeah.
And that was like a long time ago. How old were we? Like 12?
12?
Yeah.
12.
That was a long ass time ago.
I watched
so.
it a lot,
So did I.
and I never watched it as an adult, and not as a kid I ever picked up on any of that shit. It's so
Love of the
crazy.
West.
It's so funny. All I remember is Wichita
It was pretty funny. That, like,
and Salma Hayek's butt.
I'm not gonna lie.
You missed her butt.
I'm not gonna lie. No, I saw it. When
Were
she
you
got
there?
up on the.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it.
No, that was a different part.
Oh.
When he tricks her, he's like, "Put on my pajamas," and then like she
Oh.
puts on his pajamas. She's like, "Thank you so much," and then she turns around, her
The
butt's
flap.
just showing. Yeah,
Boom.
and like, "Hey,"
Awesome.
and she's like, "What?"
You're like nothing. Never mind.
Yeah, and then
Never
they
mind,
jack
just
each other
keep
off.
walking away from your car.
Wichita.
I totally forgot.
Wichita.
Dude. I totally forgot dude was legless. I really did. And that's why I'm like, man, maybe maybe
I forgot all the fucking jokes about it.
right?
We go
So
find
many.
a nice half prison cell for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, there were a lot of crippled jokes and a lot of black jokes. It was really
Those 2 parts when they're going back and forth on the cripple and black
Yeah.
jokes. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah.
This is so fucking weird. It was so funny.
That's
Oh
that.
my
I totally
God.
forgot he didn't have legs. So
Yeah.
watching this again, I was like, oh,
When you're like,
all right.
does he move weird right here?
Yeah, and he totally
And he moved weird
Oh,
as fuck.
Man, that was the part I remember too. Is like him super CG'd on those little spider leg things. It was like, whoa.
I always thought as a kid that was the same guy that plays Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
So they look the
Okay,
same, and they
okay.
both didn't have legs. It's like I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
him playing this part because he doesn't have legs.
It makes sense.
And then I get older, and I was like, it's a different guy, and they both actually have legs.
both of them have
You
legs. they're both
stupid child.
Just fine.
You dumbass.
As a kid, I believed that they were like this.
My biggest problem watching again is it was boring as fuck.
No, don't say that.
It was not exciting. Nothing exciting
don't say
happened.
that.
Right? Like the action parts were not exciting. It
But
was
that's-
just like dun, 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 then it would just be like Will Smith walk up.
Or-
Told you.
Or the freaking the fight with the Frankenstein dude.
I
And
thought
it's
it was
like,
so
why
cool.
did he even die?
Talon, answer this for us. How come the Frankenstein dude walks up to him, lifts up the thing, and then he just shocks himself and dies?
Electric shock would kill anybody.
But he doesn't touch anything.
Maybe he malfunctioned.
Is that it? Is that what, that's
Maybe
what
he's-
I was thinking? Is like, is he just malfunctioning?
Maybe he
But
wrote.
why?
There's a part.
I just don't know if you had their answer. But I
well,
don't think
this
you
is
did.
the other thing
don't.
too.
It doesn't
is
make any
Will
sense.
Smith like gives him it almost like, all right, you win, and he
I
gives
know.
him it, and then he's like, bzz. So it's like,
But
wait,
then there's
did Will
nothing
Smith
there.
know that? Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, does Will Smith know that, or
It's
was he literally
weird.
just gonna kill himself right there?
And
'Cause that's the other-
And Will Smith's acting so weird. He's like, all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then
It's
he's like, "Arr," and then Will Smith just like
he's like,
moves really slow.
hell
It's like
yeah, I knew that was gonna
Yeah.
happen. Whatever had just happened, I knew it was gonna happen. So
cripple.
How would it be to be the casting director, and you have to model a woman after Kevin Klein? Kevin Klein.
They found a girl that looked just like
him as a woman, and then they find a woman that looks just like him as a woman.
The weird that Kevin Kline has always been in like prestigious type movies, and then he was just in this.
Yeah.
Well, he was also in No Strings Attached. Remember?
No.
He was the dad
Well,
of. Ashton
he's a
Kutcher.
hip. Yeah, the hippie dad. Yeah, I remember that.
Great Scott.
That movie wasn't very good.
No.
Wild Wild West was not very good.
So-
Don't
So-
say that. Don't say that.
It wasn't very good. It was pretty funny.
Nostalgically, it's awesome.
Nostalgically,
the-
it's
I think
hilarious.
that's what it was. It was funny.
Yeah.
For how ridiculous it was.
You can't
it
get away with
actually
that now.
had quite a few humorous parts, which were like, oh, that was actually. So that's why I'm like, it was kind of entertaining to watch, but not in the action sense at all, which is crazy
Actually, it was
because
so
I
boring.
remember being a kid and
Thing was
absolutely thinking that thing
badass.
was,
I was like,
crazy. Yeah.
I wanted to be Will Smith. I was
Right.
like, damn, he's such a badass. And then you watch it again, he's like, he doesn't fucking do anything.
anything. Nobody
He
does
doesn't do
anything. Yeah.
He shoots like 2 people
Right.
and then punches a couple people. Kind
Yeah.
of.
And then
Yeah,
he raps
it was,
at the end.
It was weird. Oh god, I know. We're gonna
Best
get to
rap
that.
song ever.
Yeah, it
It just
didn't.
wasn't.
I was
cool.
expecting a lot more of that spider thing, and then for how much it was like, oh,
The spider thing was the coolest part when I was. a
it
kid.
was. But and I remember that as a kid.
I'm very impressed with the actual
still
CGI
looks
on that
pretty
spider
good.
thing. That's intense. That looks really good for fucking
I remember being a
12
child
years
drawing
ago.
pictures of it.
Yeah.
18
Like I was so
years
obsessed.
ago.
Like that.
Like you were saying, I remember Burger King doing the
Burger
whole
King
toy
had- yeah,
shit and the
glasses
glasses,
and
yeah,
shit.
and all that.
God, those glasses were so cool
It's weird.
back then. It's weird.
It still is.
all
They were
so
like
weird.
straight up real glasses too, weren't they? They
Yeah,
were like
I
metal
got
and
them.
everything.
Yeah, and they were like they had the gold medal and then the green lenses. And he'd wear them like which. It's just
I
like
just
a South
remember-
Park episode with
Yeah.
Carmen.
I just
don't know.
remember as a child, I sympathized with the bad guy, Loveless. And even still, even though I
Because you
a
got
little
goo
nap.
in your ear.
no, no, not that's Bloodbath McGrath, man.
Oh, Loveless. Okay. The other racist guy there.
The other racist guy, the one from Fast and Furious, at least the first one,
The legless one?
Yeah.
Loveless,
The
Legless.
legless guy,
Legolas.
Legless. Yeah.
Legolas.
the elf with this.
Yeah.
It's,
You
he's,
sympathize with him.
he's half a man,
Yeah.
and even though he loses, like near the end when he's losing and he's like on chains, I remember as a child, I'm like, just let him win.
when he's like kind of
Slow
crying
move.
and pulls himself up on the
Yeah.
chains. That part always freaked me out because he's like he's like crying, and he pulls himself up on the chains. He's like, "You will never understand what I'm doing," and he hits that gun. I'm like, but like he's just like he's crying, and then like that, and all of a sudden he's just like.
But that's the crazy part. Is like he shot the
It's
gun. He went like this, and Will Smith went and dodged it, and it like scraped past
Yeah.
his legs or something, which was just like, what? He just dodged a bullet? Okay. Like,
Maybe that's the bullet dodging he wanted to do, opposed to being Neo dodging bullets.
oh, that was it.
He wanted to do it the tall style,
Right,
easy.
right.
I feel like he tried to redeem himself from that part where he dresses up like the Egyptian girl with being the genie.
Okay, okay.
He's like, I can do that better. That was disrespectful to that culture back then, so I'm gonna fix that now.
Really though, like him dressed up as that character, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I wonder
The
if
whole movie was racism, sexism, transvestite joking, the whole cripple
crippleism.
joking,
So basically,
crippleism, Russian jokes.
all the good types of humor wrapped in
Basically,
one.
yeah, everything that you can't do
Yeah.
at all
Everything you
anymore
could laugh at.
was Wild Wild West.
No one talks about that anymore. How come Will
Nobody
Smith's
talks
not
about Wild
canceled?
Wild West anymore.
How come Will Smith's not canceled?
He might be.
His family's doing
No?
like this round table coronavirus thing. Have you seen that?
I have.
Oh
They've
my
been.
God.
That's his wife has that. She's been doing that for like 2 years now.
Their family,
And they
though?
just sit
the
and
family?
cry with people about like how awful the world is. It's like, how about y'all sit down and talk to William about Wild Wild West?
Right?
William,
Why?
come sit over here.
This is
Sit down,
off
right,
topic.
sit down right over here.
Big Willie, why did you do that?
It's off topic. Wild Wild
Gee.
West, grade A cinema. Do it. There's a couple funny parts, but I kind of felt bothered, if anything.
Canon.
Not just because of that, but
Like
just
when Will
watching.
Smith told the cripple he wants to ball him up and put him in a cannon in Wild Wild West. And that was fine a couple years ago. That was a hit movie. So I was watching that movie.
It was actually considered a huge Hollywood flop,
yeah,
Wild Wild
yeah,
West.
because it cost so much goddamn money.
and it made so much less.
It did make money though. It was popular. Like, but it just you could see it looked expensive. It looked
Yeah.
expensive
It
as
did.
hell.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, I was like, that was like the summer big Hollywood movie. I'm watching that and just like, this is what we had when we were kids, and like kids now have fucking Avengers Endgame.
right? Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
And they're not appreciating it.
No.
I'm sure they'll look back at it like we're looking back at this movie right now and be like, wow, that was really
Yeah.
funny.
Can you imagine
That
them
was
looking
really
back
good."
on Wild Wild West
Yeah,
then?
right? Yeah.
Like, Daddy, we're making fun of the cripple man.
Like, really?
They didn't have equal rights back then.
How come he's spitting out of his ear?
Ew.
That's just
Gnarly.
weird. That experience was weird. You missed half of it,
Yeah.
and it was so weird. You were asleep, and I was just sitting there watching that shit, just like,
I did
this
miss
is
half.
insane. It was
I don't have
so
a
insane.
I don't have a true, I guess, review of this movie, but from what I've watched and from what I remember, and I watched half
You
of it.
almost
I watched
you just
half
missed a
of it.
good little portion there.
Yeah. But
God.
I like you were saying, and this is not watching the entire
Mm.
thing all the way through. Not really entertaining.
It
like,
wasn't.
It was comically, like, again, jokes were funny for the most part. Or it was just like, wow, I can't believe
It was
they're
more
saying
funny,
that
like,
right now.
yeah.
Like, holy crap.
That's why we were laughing. We're just like,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
Can we at
they
least
went there.
agree? The spider still looks fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, I said
looked
that.
great,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was awesome.
but you guys are saying it didn't age well.
Well, when you look, or at least what I watched, action-wise, I was like,
It's just not very
it
entertaining.
really wasn't
Like
very
I remember as a
action-y.
kid, you're like waiting to get to the new action set piece. I remember that as
I
a
was
kid.
waiting for that just barely.
Like slow movies, I'd be like, can't wait for this part. Like even movies I'd seen before, I'm like, can't wait to get this part. And it was like, I used to watch that with Wild Wild West. It's like, what part did I wait to get to?
Well,
Like-
there's a lot of this.
Because it kept going. It's like, what did I wait to get to?
Right, right.
It's like Men in Black. There's a lot of small jokes in between the big moments.
Right. Or it's like
Well,
like-
but Men in Black is more like colorful and fun though, because it's like the goofy aliens and weird, jokey shit. This was like,
right. I mean,
this is more of an action movie, and though it's just like, as a kid, I remember like waiting for the action, but I can't.
see what I think of is
What
like
was the action?
as far as nostalgia wise, I think of like Princess Bride or Willow or things like that, and like watching them now, I'm like, I can't believe I watched this as a kid because I really feel like I'd get really bored with these movies. But I did. I watched them all the time as a kid.
Oh yeah, I love.
So it's
Wild
like
Wild West.
I can't tell. I can't tell if it's more like the weirdness maybe that's why we were so intrigued by the weirdness of the movie and just like all the almost adult themed like I don't get what's happening, but it's freaking crazy weird. Like
there's her butt.
Right, like why is it there? I don't know, but yeah, maybe that's why. You know what I mean? Like nostalgia wise, maybe
Weird,
that's
like,
why we were so
teenage
into
sexual
it. Right,
misunderstanding.
more than actually being entertained by action.
But it was a good butt.
Kind of. I mean,
She was well, at least the butt I saw, which who knows?
yeah,
if
you
that's
missed
her
the
or
other
not.
butt. That's that part too, where she's like poking around.
Yeah, she like lifts up her
I
shirt. It was
remember
like
that.
it was like
That
a
was
thong,
like,
and she's
what
like,
the
she
fuck?
just sits down. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I don't know, man.
Do you guys remember her in From Dusk Till Dawn?
Salma Hayek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For no reason, she's in that movie just dancing. And she's a vampire.
Oh, do I remember that?
Awesome movie.
Quentin Tarantino's in it. George Clooney.
Yeah, I think. I
Yeah,
remember
she's the
that.
vampire in it.
Wow.
And he's
Shit.
got the dick gun. Do you remember that?
Wow, that should have been the one we
Oh
watched.
man.
That's a fun movie.
Wild Wild West review, score,
I can't talk shit on it.
Score?
You text me, I'm like, I
Score?
can't talk shit on it. I love that movie.
score.
Yeah, but you didn't watch it objectively.
I fell
How about
asleep.
this? From what you've watched and what you remember, what you see and everything, what does it compare to as far as Doolittle?
It does
10.
Right, right, and that's
Which a wow.
isn't that weird?
Which
Like
wow,
watching
wow,
that,
10.
I was actually
Which 10?
into that
Way more than Doolittle.
than anything from
Way
Doolittle that
more.
we watched, which is
Way
crazy.
more.
Cats, I was even more into than Doolittle, like which is
Yeah.
not saying much, but
It had something though.
it did. And
Cats
this movie,
had something going on.
yeah,
This movie, like I said, the action wasn't there, but like it was constantly entertaining, constantly like interesting as hell. And it looked-
all of the
and
dialogue
it
was like,
looked great.
Yeah.
It's just like, but it just made no sense to my brain
yeah.
at this time.
Especially for being late 90s. And Kenneth Branagh goes on to direct Thor, we found out.
Yeah,
And
so weird.
He was Gilderoy Lockhart
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, it was in
in
Harry
Chamber
Potter.
of Secrets.
Not too far out after that. Well, no, it was quite a ways after that, huh?
A little bit. He directed Murder on the Orient Express, which he's also doing Death on the Nile, which
Yeah.
was supposed to come out this December, which probably won't now.
He's been in some other stuff. He's a pretty like distinguished
around
like
for quite a bit.
actor, and he's this little crippled guy with the Iron Man facial hair, spitting racism, calling a black guy a coon, black as the night.
Well, yeah, he really did.
I know.
But
I
it's
can't
awesome.
believe all the dialogue in that movie. I really
It
can't.
was nuts, and it happened. I wish we would have written down what some of the shit they said. That first meeting they have.
Yeah,
He's like, well, someone of your dark stature,
yeah.
you could get lost out there, you shadow.
Like really though, that's literally.
But
how
didn't the movie teach
dialogue
us
was.
something about mother egg spiders, like laying their eggs in dead carcasses for the babies could eat? We learned something.
The wasp does
Oh fuck!
that.
We learned something else.
Or the part where like he's like looks at that cake and all
The
the
tarantulas,
just
yeah,
come out.
yeah.
He's like a bad joke. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did the president get a cake with tarantulas in it?
Or the part where he's trying to get on the train and he gets shot up into the air and then lands in the train car and then he gets pushed onto the pool table, spins around and now he's like facing outside of the train. But it makes a point to show, this was another thing that was weird. It makes a point to show straps going around Will Smith and then he goes under. But then the other guy, for some reason, Will Smith just pulls a lever under there.
And he's just like,
And the other guy, swings up. He's just sitting upside down in this chair, no straps. And they made a point not to show straps go around him. So he's just literally sitting there like, oh, maybe we should actually just do what the president said we should do. Oh, yeah, okay, that's funny.
It's like supposed to be funny, and
yeah,
it
it's
wasn't
like,
funny
what the
at all.
hell is happening?
And it
What
like
is
happens
that?
so fast, like it's like the comedic timing was just not there at all.
No.
Because it's just like,
Yeah.
perhaps we can work together now.
Right?
What? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline.
This should be the first of throwback episodes.
That's what I was saying.
This is fun.
Pick some
Except,
other
like,
movies that you
down.
thought were cool back in the
Yeah.
day. And let's talk about it.
Small soldiers.
Small
Small
We should have
Soldiers.
done Small Soldiers tonight.
I'll do small soldiers.
We should have done Small Soldiers and Pee Wee.
And Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
I want to do
Great
Time
Adventure.
Machine pretty bad.
I'm down to
That'd
watch
be
Time
fun,
Machine.
too.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's only like
forever.
an hour and 20 minutes too. So
Really?
Wow.
What's his bucket that's in it too? What's his name?
Guy Pearce.
Is it Guy Pearce?
Yeah. Jeremy Irons is the weird alien nomad guy at the end.
But Time Machine's not a cool movie though. That's like a they
That-
try to be
I
romantic.
thought that
movie.
shit was awesome.
Well, back in the day.
That's the whole point of this series, Talon.
I'm gonna
Back in the
sniff
day.
this purple pen.
Back in the day, it was
'Cause it's
badass.
purple.
Now I want to watch it again and be like, wow, that wasn't badass.
That
or
was-
wow,
that
that
was
was
Alice.
incredibly
we're
racist.
Wow, that
talking
was
about
ass.
Guy Pearce movies. Let's watch Momentum, man.
But we know that's
Memento?
good. We know that's good. though.
Memento is what I meant to say.
Yeah, Memento. We know that's going to be good, though. We know that's so
Do
good.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's a great movie.
Do you know Time Machine's so good?
No,
Because I have
Or-
no idea.
or
I watched it in 2016 with your sister. She's like, she owns it on DVD. We watch it. I'm like, this is the thing.
Did you watch it?
But
That's a movie. Good job. You did it.
They
You
did
made
that
it.
once upon a time.
You watched that movie.
I think the guy that made... No, who made that? Wasn't the guy that made The Mummy.
Really?
No.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't him. I thought it was for some reason. No, I want to do that one, though.
The Mummy or the Time Machine?
Time Machine.
Okay. Let's do
I haven't
Small
watched
Soldiers.
that since I was a kid. I watched that
Time
since I
Machine.
watched it on tape. So,
Nice. Let's do it. I'm down.
We
make
should
a
do.
list.
I think the last time I watched that was when I was like 14.
Yeah, I think I was even younger than that. I took a friend and he walked out part when he falls in the blood. We're like fucking 10. I was like,
I remember that part.
You know
that's
what movie
weird.
we should do? September Dawn.
September Dawn?
Yeah, about the Golden Meadow massacres. The Mormons killed all those people.
Oh, settle down.
That sounds cool.
It's
The
all-
Ring?
It's history.
The Ring.
The Ring would be a good one. I'm pretty confident to say that's still really good.
Ooh, Ju-on.
See? Maybe it's not. How recently did you watch that?
The Ring?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that movie just because it traumatized the shit out of me.
What Lies Beneath?
Perfect then.
What Lies Beneath is another one that traumatized the shit out of me.
Good
When
one.
he sees her in the middle of the road, oh shit.
Ooh, The Hunted. Tommy Lee Jones and
Oh, and Benicio del Toro. Yeah, that shit
I
was
have
weird.
that fucking
Little
knife.
knife fights.
Oh my
Think of-
god, that
I mean,
movie's fucking
Fugitive.
brutal. Fugitive. Isn't that the sequel to? Come on, brain. Think of movies.
The Hunted.
No. No.
It's the first one to another one. Another one came out after that nobody liked.
Well, they recast the character of Jack Ryan in
Yeah.
Fugitive.
I know what you're talking
Oh.
about, but
Wasn't it one of the?
The Fugitive was the first one. And then there was a sequel and there was like different people.
Yeah.
Well,
Nobody
Harrison
liked
Ford
that.
played the recast.
no.
No, Tommy Lee Jones came back and then I think the other person was different.
What
Or
the
maybe it
fuck's
was
this
completely
shit?
different. I don't fucking know.
I don't know words. I don't know. Coronavirus is just fucking more.
Which
brain.
what?
Which Wild
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 West.
Jim West.
Desperado.
Sea where many braves find nothing but the wind.
Unless the two white men know where to point their eyes. We have kidnapped the Princess Wanakee. If you want to save the princess and the peace treaty, send James West and Artemis Gordon to Gravetown. Anyone else, and we will kill her.
I will go.
And they will kill her.
I will kill all white men.
Okay, where was I when I started doing it? Wicked Wow Wow. Right here. See, I'm gonna split that in, man.
No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that saved this stress. Be out of that dress. Wish you meet Jim West. Roughnecks, so go check them on the vibe. Watch your step, we're flexing. Don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand with my hip be at. But Artemis never started it. Running the game. James West, same in the West. So remember the name. Now
This is more exciting than the movie.
Be like this. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but it's
Come on,
not like
yeah.
this, so it's not like this.
Keep going.
No.
You're-
I'm recording
you're not
me.
doing
Come
it.
on. I'll brighten it.
Wicca what?
My teeth white on.
Wicca what?
Is it the beginning of the song?
Season 9, episode 30.
We'll find your daughter.
Let's get right back into that.
Wait, you just turn it off and turn it back on?
I didn't mean to. Push the wrong button.
My government gives its word it will find your daughter and return her to you unharmed.
The eyes of two white men cannot see where many braves find nothing but the wind.
Unless the two white men know where to point their eyes.
This feather.
Now once upon a time in the West, madman lost his damn mind in the West. Love left, he never got nothing less. Now I must, but it's behind the princess.
Cisco brings it up though. Cisco's elevating that song.
Look up like the hard dubstep version of that song.
Sounds scary.
We'll take our shirts off.
Wild Wild West dubstep. Do it.
Hard Wichita. Let's see.
Oh, there it was right there. With the
Hard
Wild-
Wichita.
Wild Wild West remix.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Believe
This is a long song.
Where's